15th, 2010, little island of Haiti. A sunny day in the tent city. The white tents, the acrid smell of humanity and sewage in the street. Ann Jackson walked down through that tent city, looking right to left, seeing the people in just utter torment. She didn't know what to do. So she walked out of that tent city and walked into the remains of the city around, the buildings that had fallen, the power out, no phones, no lights, nothing. Walking down the rubble in the street. And there it was as she walked around the corner. She listened. It was like the sound of a child. She looked down, and underneath the rubble, she could see the face of a little boy, about 4 years old, covered in the roofing and the shingles that had fallen off one of the buildings. She could see the breath of nothing else. She reached down and tried to pull the wood and the clay and everything off the little boy. She could see him breathing, not much else. But being only 140 pounds, she couldn't lift the heavy tiles. She reached up, being a Christian, she looked up to the heavens and said, God, please, help me let this little boy, let me lift this. She looked in the distance and there was no one. Everyone was in the tent city. There was no power, there was no phone, there was no one around. She reached for her cell phone, and then she realized there was no one to call. There was no one to call except God. God, please, help this little boy. Help me, help him. She put the phone away, and then she remembered. Then she remembered something so important. You see, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, she knew the secret. March 3rd, 2010. Barbara went to the mailbox and got the envelope. She wondered what was inside because she had sent out 25 of these envelopes to different publishers, to different publishing houses. She reached in for the 25th time and pulled out book proposal. Rejected. Rejected again. 25 times. Perfection on paper. Rejected. She'd had her document edited and polished. Every word was in place. But it was rejected. None of these publishers knew what she knew. None of the publishers knew her story. None of the publishers knew that that book needed to be published. No one would give her the time of day. And ladies and gentlemen, we all face rejection at times. Whatever it is, maybe a spouse, maybe a friend, people let us down. But can you imagine 25 times when you've spent a whole year of your life putting every word you have that's important to the world on paper, and every one you send out rejects you? You see, Barbara didn't know something. Barbara didn't know the secret. Gary came over to the United States from Eastern Europe. He followed his dad, and he started a little wine business. The wine business was going okay, but Gary's dad was getting older and older. The business was doing fine, but just okay. One day, someone gave Gary something very important. Someone gave Gary something that would change his life. Someone gave Gary something that along with The Secret, turned his little wine business into a $60 million a year incredible business. You see, someone shared with Gary what The Secret was. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you that you too can know The Secret. Because The Secret is social media, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. You see, with those things, you can take whatever it is that you are, from a karate expert to a business person, whoever you are, you can change the world. You can communicate with the world through Twitter, through Facebook, through LinkedIn. Had Barbara known about the power of social media and how to reach out to publishers and book agents, she would have gotten the time of day. She would have gotten through to someone that would have taken her book proposal and spread it to the public. Excerpts of her book could have been on Twitter, on Facebook, and everyone could have shared her good news. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you that Ann Jackson knew The Secret that day. She pulled out her phone and she saw CNN in the distance. She Twittered, CNN, help. She pulled out her GPS on her phone and told them the exact coordinates. Within 5 minutes, CNN was there and saved that little boy. That's the